If your bills are piling up and hope feels small, listen. This prayer has shifted circumstances for people like you. Sarah in Texas heard these words, and days later an unexpected check for $3,947 arrived. Marcus in California spoke this same activation, and clients began to return, one by one. Maria said the prayer, and within weeks a promotion opened up that matched her value. These are not fairy tales. They are proofs that the field of possibility responds when you align your inner frequency with abundance. Right now, a shift is happening. You did not stumble here by accident. The universe is an intelligent, responsive field, and this moment is a turning point. This is not about forcing more hours or hustling harder. This is about remembering that you are an antenna, and beneath the stories you've carried there are dormant codes of abundance waiting to be reawakened. This prayer is an activation to retune that antenna. If you feel even the slightest flicker of hope as you listen, tap the like button as your "I'm ready" signal. Hear me. Money is energy. It moves through channels that you create with thought, feeling, and expectation. When your internal circuitry is set to scarcity, when a childhood sentence, a whispered family belief, a repeated worry lives under your breath, you are broadcasting on a frequency that repels flow. That wiring is simply a pattern. Patterns can be rewired. Imagine your inner self as a radio receiver. Right now, we will gently change the station. We will clear interference. We will turn up the dial on the frequency that attracts opportunities, clients, unexpected checks, promotions, and creative ways money arrives. The universe does not act like a vending machine. It responds to the field you hold. When your field shifts, the methods of delivery change too. It might be a new job, a returning client, a refund you forgot about, a gift from an unexpected source, or an idea that becomes income. The how is rarely linear. Expect orchestration, not a single predictable route. You have held stories about money that are not yours to keep. Maybe someone told you that money was scarce, or that people with more are somehow different, or that asking for abundance was greedy. Those stories anchored a narrow channel. They were like leaves clogging a river. You did what you could with what you learned. You survived. Now it is time to clear the riverbed. The abundance codes are not mystical secrets reserved for a few. They are dormant software in your nervous system, patterns of belief, breath, and readiness. When reactivated, they recalibrate how you show up in the world. This recalibration is practical and subtle. It asks you to feel enough before the evidence appears. It asks you to say, "I am ready" to the universe, not as a demand, but as an opening. Listen to what often stands between you and that opening. Fear of being visible, the habit of second-guessing, the small voice that says, "Not for me," when a possibility appears. These are transmissions you learned. They are not truths. They are frequencies to adjust. The antenna metaphor matters because there is nothing mystical missing in you. You are already built to receive. Sometimes the antenna is bent, covered in static. This prayer will help you straighten it, clean the dust, and tune to a frequency that matches abundance. Imagine your chest as a small, warm room that contains a light. That light is your permission to receive. For years you may have dimmed it to fit other people's expectations. Today we will increase that light. You will feel warmth gather in your chest, a subtle widening behind your ribs, a hum at the base of your skull as the antenna inside you stands a little straighter. Gentle sensations, tingling in the hands, a soft openness around the throat, are natural signs that your system is recalibrating. They do not guarantee a headline miracle, but they do signal that internal shift has begun. Notice them. Name them. Let them become proof for you that change is happening. Now I will guide you through a short activation. This is a prayer to the universe, a direct, humble invitation that asks for alignment, not control, asks for permission to receive, not a contract. Speak these words quietly or inside your mind. Mean them. Feel them. Breathe in as if you are drawing in possibility. Breathe out the doubt that has lived in your shoulders. Breathe in the soft sense that something is shifting. Breathe out the old ledger of not enough. With each breath, Feel the antenna inside you loosening its grip on scarcity and opening toward frequency. Picture a magnetic field around you. See it expand like a slow, broad tide. It hums at a pitch that attracts what is needed. Visualize that field sweeping across the corners of your life. Bank accounts, schedules, relationships, creative ideas, and gently aligning them to support your prosperity. You are not pushing anything into place. You are allowing the field to rearrange what has been stuck. Now, together, say or think this simple prayer to the universe, letting each line land in your body as intention. Universe, I open to receive. Universe, I align with abundance. Universe, I release what no longer serves my receiving. Universe, I clear my antenna so prosperity can find me. Repeat those lines in your own voice if you wish, twice more, each time softening into the sensation of openness, warmth in the chest, a widening at the solar plexus, a lightness in the hands. Try variations if a line feels stiff. I welcome abundance. I permit prosperity to come in new forms. I trust the ways the universe chooses to deliver. Let the words become keys that unlock patterns inside you. Now practice gratitude in advance. Gratitude is not a trick or a wishful chant. It is a signal to the field that you are already receiving. Imagine a small future moment when something you need has arrived. Picture the feel of it. Feel the relief, the ease, the possibility. As you hold that image, say quietly, "Thank you for this provision. Thank you for guidance. Thank you for the right doors opening." Repeat that phrase, each time making the feeling of gratitude slightly bigger, until your chest carries a steady warmth. You may notice images spontaneously appearing, an email subject line, a name, a number, a doorway. These are not promises, they are gentle nudges. The universe often gives clues before the full experience arrives. Watch the small ripples. Maybe a text, a return call, a small deposit, a client reaching out, an interview scheduled, an unexpected refund, a creative idea that turns into money. These are sample ways abundance may begin. They are not guaranteed, but they are common ways the field communicates. As you continue to hold expectation without pushing, remember to stay flexible about the how. It is tempting to script the universe. I want this exact job, this exact client, this exact amount. Let go of that tight specificity. The more you insist on a single method, the more you narrow the possibilities. The universe's intelligence is creative and sometimes delivers in surprising forms. If you are open to the orchestration, abundance may arrive as a cluster of small blessings that together create the relief you need. There is a delicate balance between expectancy and impatience. Expectation is a steady inner posture, a confident leaning toward what is possible. Impatience is the sharp, anxious tightening that shrinks your antenna. Expect steady, gentle momentum. Understand that often the movement begins as a trickle, a small call, a partial payment, a lead that becomes a client later, and then builds. If you have been waiting for years, honor that endurance. The shift does not erase your past, it reorients your future. I want to name common money stories so you can recognize them. Maybe someone in your family said, "We never have enough," or "Money is the root of trouble," or "If you try to get rich, you'll become selfish." These early messages wound your reception. They created a protective pattern that said, better to avoid wanting than to risk being judged. That pattern kept you safe in one way and small in another. Saying this prayer now is permission to reroute those old messages. You are not betraying anyone by choosing abundance. You are expanding the field of possibility that can bless you and others. You might wonder, will this make me greedy? That's a fair question. Abundance is not the same as excess or harm. True prosperity includes generosity, ease, and integrity. When your antenna is tuned to abundance, one of the natural results is the capacity to give more freely. Let that be your compass. If your desire for more also carries a soft intention to contribute, whether to your family, your community, or a cause you care about, you are operating from a healthy place. As you leave this activation, Keep 3 practices quietly present in your life. First, small acknowledgments of gratitude. Each morning or during a quiet moment, say out loud something you are grateful for, and then say, "Thank you for what is coming." That tiny phrase signals readiness. Second, keep your antenna clear by noticing scarcity talk and correcting it gently. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't," rephrase to, "I'm open to how this can happen." These micro-realignments accumulate. Third, stay attentive for signs in the next 24 to 72 hours. That window is often when the first ripples appear. An unexpected call, a surprise message, a small deposit, a returned client, an idea that becomes income. Watch for them, but do not become frantic. Notice with curiosity, not clutching. If nothing dramatic appears in that initial window, remember that the field works in its own rhythms. Sometimes the first movement is internal. New clarity, a new lead, a conversation that seeds change later. Patience is a practice, not a verdict. If you like, imagine a small list of possible ways abundance could show up for you. A returning client, a new inquiry, a forgotten refund, a sale, a shift at work that leads to promotion, a gift, a creative idea that becomes income. Hold these as possibilities, not demands. The universe crafts its own choreography. Your job is to remain open, to recognize the signs, and to say thank you in advance. Before we close, let's anchor this prayer with a few more lines that you can repeat over the next days. Short, repeatable phrases are powerful because they are easy to remember in real life, and they continue to retune your field. Say with me, out loud or inside your mind, "I am open to receiving. I am worthy of abundance. I welcome unexpected provision. I trust the ways the universe moves on my behalf." Repeat those 4 lines 3 times, feeling each phrase as a steady pulse through your chest. Let them become a rhythm in your daily life. Use them when you feel doubt. Use them when you check your messages. Use them when you answer a call. They are simple anchors. You are not alone in this. Many people have moved through similar doubts into alignment. Again, Sarah in Texas wrote after hearing this prayer that an unexpected check of $3,147 landed for her. Marcus in California experienced clients re-engaging. Maria experienced an advancement in her job. These are examples of how the field can respond. They are not instructions about how it must happen for you. They are reminders that when the inner field shifts, outer circumstances often follow. This is a time to loosen the need to control. If you find yourself scripting the outcome, breathe into your hands and soften. Ask the universe to handle the how. Tell the universe, "I will do my part to show up. I will stay open to your methods." That posture invites cooperation rather than competition with life. As you go forward, consider small practical steps that support a new frequency. Keep looking for an email. Answer a message you might usually ignore. Say yes to a conversation you fear. Tidy one small financial corner. Perhaps organizing a statement, reaching out about a past due invoice, or clarifying a price. These are not hustle. They are acts of alignment. They signal to your nervous system and to the field that you are available to receive in practical ways. Watch for resistance. Often when the field begins to open, old defense mechanisms appear, worrying about what if this changes me, or what if I lose it, or I can't handle it. Address those with the same tenderness you used in this prayer. I can learn to steward more. I can grow into greater capacity. Growth is rarely immaculate. It involves learning and small adjustments. Trust yourself to evolve. In the coming days, maintain the gratitude in advance practice. Keep the antenna metaphors alive in your mind. Notice the magnetic field you imagined, the widening you felt in your chest. Revisit that image whenever you need reassurance. Celebrate small signs. Log them if you want. Acknowledge them as evidence that your field is responding. Now, as a closing activation, speak these final lines to the universe with clarity and heart. Universe, thank you for aligning the opportunities that match my highest good. Universe, expand my antenna and clear my path. Universe, I am ready to receive what supports my well-being and the well-being of those I love. Universe, may abundance flow to me in gentle, unexpected, and creative ways. See these lines once more, letting them settle in your body like a promise you make to yourself, one that the universe quietly keeps in its own way. Remember, you are inviting a partnership. You are opening a channel. You are not demanding a specific outcome. You are aligning with the intelligence that arranges provision. If this prayer landed for you, if you felt even the smallest shift or warmth, consider pressing the subscribe button and share this with one person who needs this opening. Think of that action as a signal, a small broadcast into the field that you are ready to multiply blessings, not hoard them. Sharing is not obligation, it is amplification of possibility. Go forward with confidence. You are worthy. Your antenna is intact, and with a little tuning it will receive more of what sustains and inspires you. Watch for signs, stay grateful, and remain open to the many ways abundance might come. May the universe meet you in the places you cannot yet imagine, and may your life begin to reflect the truth you already contain, that you are designed to receive. Thank you for sharing this moment. Keep the phrases close, watch for the first ripples in the next 24 to 72 hours, and know that the field is listening. May you be blessed with the provision that supports your calling and your peace.